Happy Monday. It's Chris from Clearly Crafted. I keep promising some videos and some tutorials on working with fabric. So fabric for me right now, as I go into Halloween, I have a lot of Halloween fabric. So Halloween, I have a good amount of Christmas too, but for Halloween, I love Halloween fabric. So I wanted to show you, just start with a quick beginning tutorial showing you how to prep it and some things you can do with it. So this is a Halloween panel. So this is a fabric panel that is on a piece of tile that I originally painted black. Now this will get sealed. It's only gotten one coat of Mod Podge and it's been ironed down. The fabric I treated, the fabric panel itself, looked like this before I treated it. So if you were looking for these kind of, I like to call them storyboard kind of panels in this fabric. It shows a whole picture. It's not just little pieces. So these you look up under panels. You can look under fall panels, you can look under Halloween panels, you can look under Christmas panels, and there's a ton that you can find. You can find them on Amazon, you can find them on Etsy, all over the place. And you can find them just at your local Joann's Fabric. I've even seen them at Hobby Lobby. They don't have a whole lot of the Halloween ones though. So I have some other fabric here that I already treated today, and I just want to go over and show a little bit how and why you treat fabric. So fabric is wonderful to work with. It's not the same as working with napkins or rice paper. You get that with the napkin, you know, your piece almost disappears. It goes into the background, and you know, this is napkin on tile. So that, you know, blends. It was a white napkin, white background, that's gone. So fabric is a little different. Now this is fabric, and this is fabric on a piece of canvas. So really cute fabric. Here it is. And I just took a piece of it, put it on here. This has been glued down using Mod Podge, and then this does have 2 coats of polyacrylic on it as well. I will go back and I'm going to paint the edges to blend it in, but that is so cute. And this is the border of, you know, it has other pictures in it. So this was a combination of this one, and they are so cute. They're like a steampunk look. So these have already been treated. You can tell because normal fabric is more flimsy like this. And once I treat it, it becomes more stiff. So what I do is when I get my fabric, I wash it. I always wash it first. You never know whether they've used an oil-based ink. Is there starches in it? If there's starch in the fabric, it will bead up your Mod Podge because starch is kind of waterproof. So that can be difficult. So I wash and dry it. I don't use fabric softener. Sometimes I iron it. Hate ironing, but I will iron fabric for crafting. And then what I do is, just like I've treated these few pieces here, and to make them just a little stiff, and it makes it nicer when you cut it out. You have less fraying. And I just do the top because I'm not making it completely solid. What I do is I take a mix of Mod Podge and water. You could use Elmer's glue and water, or any other kind of glue that you use. And I usually use like a 3-to-1 mix with water because I want it soupy. I want it more liquidy. And I just paint it on top. So first I wash, I dry, I iron if I have to, and I will lint roll. Lint roll, look at all those strings that I got off of this fabric today. So you really want to get them off, because once you put the glue down, you're going to glue those little strings in there and it becomes messy. So these have already been treated and they're drying, or these are dry, so I'm going to move them out of the way. So what I'm going to do is show you how fun is this. Now this is fabric, and these are going to go on square ornaments. So very, very cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lint roll. Just lint roll. I just want to make sure any extra little pieces of lint is off. and we want to get rid of that. Then all I'm gonna do, and it's, believe me, again, I always say not any rocket science, nothing exciting. This is, I am just gonna take a layer of this Mod Podge and water. And I have the matte Mod Podge here. I tend to use that a lot anymore. I used to always use satin, but I find the matte, I like the outcome. And then I can always use whatever top coat I want, whether I want a satin or matte, or I rarely use gloss. I'm not a big gloss fan. The only time I'll use the gloss is for my glass pieces, and then I tend to use triple thick spray. I just think that gives me the best surface so it still looks like glass. So you can see I just painted that, and that's going to dry. And then I'll do this other one. Now these are going to look really cute on, I'll show you a couple of the ornaments. I told, yeah, I'm getting ready to do ornaments, Halloween ornaments and Christmas ornaments. I'm a huge Halloween person. I have a very large witch collection, and I like everything witchy. The neighborhood little kids know us as the witch house. I do a big display out front, and I'm all dressed up because you gotta have fun, right? Look, as an ER nurse, you gotta find a way to find the happy and fun things. All right, so these are gonna dry, and just like this is drying, and I'm gonna grab a couple of the ornaments that I'm using so that you can see how they're gonna look. So I have a couple different ornaments and some favorites, and I'll show you a few of my little tricks. So these are great. These are a square glass ornament I got a couple years ago at Hobby Lobby, and I've had a hard time finding them again, but that will look really cute with that front and back on the square ornaments. And then I was just in Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and they have the big flatter glass ones. I tend to not like the real round ones. I'll use them occasionally for very specific things, but I tend to like a better surface so I can, you know, have something that you can really see. So that one. And then one of my favorites, and all of my witch ornaments that I've done previously are on, these are glass coasters. And I take the little feet off. This one obviously has to be cleaned. But then I Mod Podge or a decoupage front and back on these. And what I like about these, I can hold it up to my fabric and say, oh yeah, well, that would be perfect. That's a perfect spot for me to cut that out. That would look good there. I have this cute little witch on here that's going to go on, and I can cut around that. It really helps be able to pick when you can see through the glass. I like using the glass. I have some ceramic and some wood, but I wanted to show you this. This is so cute. This is this fun little steampunk pumpkins on these little tiny piece of tile. So I have these little pieces of tile from the hardware store that I just painted with white chalk paint, and then I'm going to go back and I'll probably do black around the edge. But these are so cute. Look how cute that is. And this, I'll be able to get a few more out of this strip that I treated. I can probably get 3 more, and I have 3 tiles there. So this is also fabric on tile. I showed you this one. And this is fabric on glass. So this is a glass cutting board that I wanted the certain size. This is 10 by 10. I will end up making a border out of hot glue and painting it on this and adding a little glitter. But how fun is that? So these are all Halloween decorations, and then I'm going to be working on some Christmas and just some fun things and gifts for friends. But that's about it. And as I keep working with the fabric, when I do some more ornaments, I will show you some things I've done. And please chime in if you use fabric and it's something that you like using. Please share your tips. You know, our group is all about learning and sharing from each other. So I would love to hear how other people deal with their fabric or how you prep your fabric. This obviously is just how I do it, and I always say there's always more than one way to do everything. So I'm just sharing what I do, and then take it and make it your own. All right, everybody, have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you soon. Keep crafting.